We're getting ready to disassemble the 1971 Dodge Challenger RT. Well, we got some extra pieces in here, kids.
We got a couple carburetors. We got an extra air cleaner, timing chain cover.
Check out that beautiful HP left-hand exhaust manifold, huh? Now remember, 71 valve coverage uses the 3-nipple breather on it, and then they went back to the single nipple breather in 72, 3, and 4, and 70 is also a single. Okay. And the other thing you'll notice is this valve cover is almost identical except for this. This is 71 on up.
On that bulge, huh?
That bulge, yep.
Okay. We got an original polyglass spare in there,
look at there. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Now that's cool. That's the original spare tire. They were factory Goodyear polyglass. Is it a 15 or a 14?
This 71 should be a 15.
Well, it depends. It could have got it either way. Remember, the cars were available with 14 and 15. There was no standard minimum tire on it.
It's a 14, G70.
So the car came with 14s. Interesting footnote here on the Mopars, the Cuda and the Challenger, the E-bodies. If it came from the factory, if that E-body came from the factory with a 15-inch wheel, you would have gotten mandatory a collapsible spare, because there wasn't enough room in that small trunk of an E-body for a 15-inch full-size spare. So you would have got the collapsible, more compact spare. However, if you had 14-inch wheels, you would have gotten a standard 14-inch full-size spare, but you could have optionally ordered the collapsible spare.
Did this car get repainted at any time, or is
this car's an original FJ6 car, which is sassy grass green. What's interesting, the owner told me, he took it in for a repaint in the mid-70s, right? Takes it into your average half-wit body shop. Average half-wit body shop pulls up a code. Says, yep, that's it, paint it. They pulled up Sublime. This is FJ5. When you're talking about the Mopar colors, it can be a little bit confusing. For example, FJ5. In a Plymouth lineup, that's limelight green. The Dodge version would be Sublime green. You go to the next darker shade, which is the FJ6, and you have Sassy Grass or Go Green. This car is a factory FJ6 Go Green car. The color was supposed to be darker than what the body shop put on it. The body shop just didn't know. They went, what does it matter? Let's paint it that color. Well, in reality, it's several shades lighter than the FJ6.
Hi, is this Guy? I'm just doing a follow-up call on Guy Melita on his car. I understand that your dad was the one that bought it originally?
Yeah, and my dad bought it when I was 9 years old, 1972. He bought the car.
So Guy actually found his car at a gas station. Him and his dad and his sister were on their way to school, and they decided to stop and take a look at it, where his dad actually ended up purchasing it. His dad was a cop for 20 years for New York City Police Department. He had promised his dad that they were gonna restore it together. Well, then you know how it is, life kind of happens, you grow up, you get married, and then they had the big gas crisis. So they ended up parking it because gas was too expensive. And so then time just kind of passed, Guy's dad got really sick.
So we never really got to do it together, so I promised him I'd get it done.
So Guy actually initially took it to another shop where they just overcharged him, had it way too long, and so he kind of lost hope on it ever being restored.
Thank God I found great little cars and get it done for him.
That went well. I'm just gonna see how many more people I can get in contact with and how much more information I can get done today.
I just finished priming and sealing the Hemi GTX. Now I'm gonna jump over and help Mark disassemble the green Challenger.
What's happening there? Is there somebody going away? Somebody passing on? Do you want to help us pull this car apart?
Heck,
That's what we're looking. That's what we're looking for. Is no. Basically, we got all the car disassembled. We got the interior out of it, the dash, the air conditioning system. We have all of the engine and transmission from the top side disconnected. We have the doors off, disassembled. Literally, all that's left are the things that we have access to from the bottom. So we're getting ready to raise it up in the air and get started on disassembling the bottom of the car. Okay, first thing we're gonna have to do is pop the wheels off at mid-height so we can disconnect the upper control arms. For me, my favorite aspect of this 71 Challenger RT is, and it's got to be the fact that it's a formal roof car. It's an A78 package car. See, in 1970, if you had an SE, it would have been an A47. The whole car would have been dressed up with SE, the special edition. Apparently, it wasn't very popular because in 71, you couldn't get the special edition, but you could still get the cool small back window. It used the formal headliner, and it had an overhead consolette. Everything that a SE would have had, except the trim panels and the rest of the SE call-out packages.
So is this a rare car, Mark?
They built like 138 with the SE formal package. Then you get sassy grass green. Quarter scoops, I think, are optional, but they may have been standard on 71s. It's down there. It's 50, 60, maybe, somewhere in that range. Right now, Royal's taking the last piece off the car, which is the SE rear window plug. This is really cool. This is what makes it when you hear about an, even though this is a formal roof car, not an official SE, it's the same window plug that was used. When we take this fiberglass plug that holds this glass out of the car, this opening will be a regular Challenger opening. They didn't modify the original Challenger opening, they made a plug to go into it. So, kind of like the Superbird and the Daytona.
You kick that your way? I think you will.
Look at that. So see, now all of a sudden, you have a regular Challenger back window. This car's real rarity. They made a lot of 71 Challengers. I don't know what the exact count is on how many they made with the formal back window, but my guess is it's less than 100. When you got a car that's down in the lower demographics, like this one, probably in the 200 or 300, or maybe less, I haven't checked the number on how many came with a formal roof, but I know it's very low, you've got to put that back in. I mean, that's the coolest part of the whole car right there. And this is all pretty solid stuff. A lot of these channels are usually rotted out. This one's nice.